There's many aspects about what makes a smartphone good or not good or good or great, and it seems like Redmi has really honed in on some of the key fundamentals that they think make a device a flagship killer. Today, Redmi released the K30 Pro, and I'm gonna have more about this up on my website, but the key spec that everyone's talking about is the fact that the Redmi K30 Pro and the Redmi K30 Pro Zoom Edition use a 60 Hertz display. And because of that, people are automatically assuming that the Redmi K30 Pro is in fact a worse buy than the Honor V30 or the Realme X50 Pro, or even in some cases, the Redmi K30 5G, because those feature high refresh rate screens, and this has people divided. Everything else about the Redmi K30 Pro is flagship, from the UFS 3.1 storage to the LPDDR5 RAM to the 4700 watt battery that we have in the device, the camera being the IMX686, the fact we have OIS on 2 of these cameras, we have a 50mm lens. All of these things are what you would expect from a flagship device in 2020. But the fact of the matter is that Redmi have decided to spend more of their money, more of their budget in creating this phone for people that want a device with good haptics, with a full screen display and no notch or no cutout in the display. People that prioritize a high touch refresh rate or a high touch sensitivity rate. All of these things on the device are flagship, yet people are going to be caught up on the fact that the screen of the Redmi K30 Pro is not a 90 Hertz AMOLED display. Now, personally, I think that what Redmi has done has been fantastic. I think that the 60 Hertz AMOLED display with a 180 Hertz touch sensitivity rate is going to give users an awesome experience. I think that Android in general is not fully optimized for high display refresh rate screens, and I don't think that it's really worth spending the extra money for the higher display rate. On top of that, most people that are going to be complaining about the lack of high display refresh rate are people that have never used phones with a high display refresh rate. On top of that, most people have never gotten to experience a device that has a higher touch sensitivity rate than the screen refresh rate. And the difference between these is pretty big. We haven't really seen other devices with this feature yet, and I really think that's going to be a happy compromise, especially when this device is starting at under $450. This is basically Poco F1 pricing if you include the price jump of the 5G modem that Qualcomm is demanding for all their Snapdragon 865 devices. Is the Redmi K30 Pro 5G going to be your next device, or is the lack of high display refresh rate a deal killer for you? Let's have a conversation about this in the comment section down below, and until next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you guys from Hanoi. Peace.